But what about this? Will it get into this? Hi, welcome back to 16 Tank Workshop. I'm going to have a look at some of the tanks and some of the equipment you need. How to get them mobile, how to get them in and out of a car, charging, ramps and work tables. So let's get another tank out. So here are the ramps I'm using. These are quad bike ramps. These enable me to get the tanks off tables, trolleys and in and out of cars. These are the trolleys I make to move the tanks around the workshop. They're just plywood and some basic timbers and drawn heavy duty casters. They're raised up a little bit off the main board. This is to allow the scissor jack to fit underneath the vehicle and lift it up to work on wheels. So I have one of these for each vehicle. And this is the small scissor jack that I use. I put an extension on it so that I can get access from the back of the vehicle. And this allows me to bring the tank up quite a height for working on the wheels or for just generally working on the tank. Let's get the tank into the back of this car. It manages the ramps very easily. You can see I placed a rug to help protect the bumper, but no problem getting in. So this is the most sensible type of boot for Armortek tanks. It's got a perfectly flat entry, so really easy to get in. So let's get the Tiger out. But what about this? Would I be able to get an Armortek tank into this? Although a sportier, smaller car, the boot is still a reasonable size with the seats down. The big problem here is the big drop into the boot. To enable getting the tank in and out, I'm putting skateboard ramps on the inside of the boot. And we'll try this. Let's see if we can get the Panzer IV in. It's a much steeper entry. It's now on the balance point. And now going down on the ramps. That's how you get a 1/6 scale Armortek Panzer IV into the back of a small car with a steep drop. And it's out with a little bit of a push from behind. So it is possible, but not really recommended. So it's reasonably easy to get the Panzer IV into the back of a small car, but not easy to get it out over the steep lift. What would solve it is putting some grip on the plastic ramps, maybe some carpet or some aluminium grip. These are the batteries I use in Armortek tanks. These are 22 AMH batteries. They're 12 volt. I use 2 batteries connected in series. That means connecting the positive on one battery to the negative on the other. And then the main wires to the tank electronics connect the positive and the negative. This gives a 24 volt output. This is the charger I use. It can alternate between 24 volt and 12 volt. I often separate the batteries and charge them separately at 12 volt, but sometimes charge them in the vehicle at 24 volt. It is advisable to charge them separately sometimes. This is another useful item I've acquired recently. It's from DJI. It's a power bank. You can connect the plug for the charger, so charge in the field. If there's no power points nearby, you can charge your batteries from this via the battery charger. You can also plug in the charger for your radio transmitter. Also, various connections for USB ports. You can also get a solar charging option for this. It's also worth carrying a multimeter. With this you can check the power in your batteries. This will be the mode for checking battery power. And finally we have the big trolley stand. I can higher and lower the model into different positions. This makes it really easy to work on a vehicle. The trolley jack makes it really easy to work on a big vehicle like the Tiger 1. Although for the table, the Tiger 1's a little bit big, so you can see I've got a wooden top placed on top of it. But you can see me making use of this trolley in quite a few videos. So thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, please remember to hit that subscribe button. This will be the last video for a while. I'm going away for a few weeks, so no chance to get to the workshop. I also have a few other projects I want to work on, like the Tiger engine, which I'm 3D printing. So a little bit more work on this and maybe get it fitted into one of the Tigers. I also want to get some more work done on this beast. I've started painting it. It's 3D printed. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing something on the channel on this. It's not tank related, but it is just another one of my hobbies. All of this was 3D printed on a Bamboo Labs A1 printer. At the end of the video I'll put up some links to a playlist and a video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and see you again soon. Don't forget, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more work on the Titan.